Hello, and welcome to Discover Your Ruby Rose Gems with Dr. Tara. I'm your host, Dr. Tara. Welcome to April, which is Stress Awareness Month. So what do we mean when we say stress awareness? Well, we want you to become more aware of what stress is, where it comes from, and how to manage it. So, stress. You're probably thinking, well, I know what stress is. Stress is work, family, friends, money issues. If you have kids, managing kids. And those are somewhat true, okay? Stress is a part of life. Everyone goes through it. And it's different for different people. People who may not have kids, well, that's not going to be a stressor for them. So their stressor may be something else. So what is stress and where does it come from? Well, those things that we mentioned about kids, family, work, money, friends, those are factors that are that contribute to our stress, right? They are not actually stress, okay? They cause stress, but that is not where stress actually comes from, okay? Stress actually is our body's natural response to the demands that we place on it. So the demands that we place on it, school, work, family, kids, money, and any other thing that you may be involved in, those are the demands, those are the factors that you place on your body, and your body's natural response to these things is what is called stress, okay? So these demands can be physical, mental, or emotional in nature. And when we place these demands on our body, chemicals and hormones like cortisol and adrenaline are released into our body, and that is when we feel stress. That's what makes us feel the sensations of stress, okay? So, what does all that mean? Well, there's a school of thought that says that stress stems from our minds. Stressful thinking leads to stressful feelings, okay? We get into a habit of negative thinking where we can somehow convince ourselves about things that are untrue. And this then causes us to have anxiety and be worried and have fears. So negative thinking, negative self-talk can create stress in your mind and then cause your body to have the response, the stress response, okay? So if everybody has stress and we have all these factors going on in our lives that cause stress, what can we do? Can we get away from it? Well, no, you can't. Stress is a normal part of life, so we'll never be able to escape it. But what we can do, which is what I talked about earlier, which is part of the whole awareness, is one, being aware, one being knowing how it affects you, and then the other is managing it. So since we can't escape it, what we can do is manage it, all right? And there's no universal way of managing your stress. There's many different ways that we manage stress because there's many different ways that we all experience stress, okay? So as we know, stress is a bodily response to the pressures and demands that we place on ourselves in everyday life, okay? And if that stress is unmanaged, then our body can have complications. So the negative effects of stress are, for some, heart issues, blood pressure issues, elevated blood sugar levels, breathing problems, reproductive problems, gastrointestinal problems, stomach issues, okay? So it's imperative that you learn how to actively manage your stress so that you prevent yourself from having any physical issues. And I'm sorry, and I left out mental health issues too, because stress can lead to depression and anxiety and OCD. So, and that's obsessive compulsive disorder. So it's important for us to learn how to manage that. So how do we manage it? Well, I'm going to give you a couple simple strategies for coping with stress. And remember, I said we all experience stress differently. And so how we manage it is going to be different. So some of these things I share may not work for you, but some of these things I share may work for you. So getting exercise, using positive self-talk, getting enough sleep. Okay. Sleep is important. It helps for our bodies to be able to repair and restore. Eating a healthier diet. I'm not saying to get on a diet. I'm not saying to get on a crash diet. I'm not saying to go all crazy and eliminate everything from your diet, but making healthier decisions, eating more fresh produce, okay? Eliminating or limiting, high processed foods, sugar, high sodium foods, knowing your work limits, setting limits and boundaries with work. Saying no when you need to, asking for help. Some of us don't do that. We're afraid to ask for help, or we feel like it's a sign of weakness, but it's not. Okay. Ask for help. Create time for fun. If you saw one of my other videos and you saw that I was at the beach in Miami for a few days. So making sure we take time away from everything to have fun. You don't have to go on a trip, but you can do crossword puzzles or play football, play basketball, play a video game, listen to music, color, knit, do arts and crafts, anything, whatever you're interested in, do it and make it fun. Use positive imagery. And I've talked about that. If you look at some of my videos, you'll see, I actually have some positive imagery videos out there. So using positive imagery, employing deep breathing techniques, listening to calming music, clearing your life and workspace of clutter, taking time out, and last but not least, just keeping things simple, okay? So these are all effective ways of dealing with stress. They may not all work for you. Pick the things that work for you, but the main thing is set a goal to proactively manage your stress, okay? If you react to your stress, you'll be spending most of your time putting out fires. Instead, if you constantly implement just a few of these stress management techniques, you will live a healthier, happier, and more productive life. Okay? So, thank you for joining me. As always, stay well, be empowered, live boldly and fully. See you next time.